For the idli with idli rava, we need to take half a cup of urad dal, put it in a bowl, and in another separate bowl, we need to add in 1.5 cups of idli rava. You can also use 2 cups of idli rava over here. And idli rava is just grainy rice. It's not suji or semolina. So here I've taken 1.5 cups of idli rava and wash the idli rava and urad dal separately and soak them. You need to soak it for 4 hours. Idli rava can be soaked just for 2 hours also. And then you have to grind the urad dal batter into thick but fine paste. Use as less water as possible, and to this you need to add in the idli rava, and you need to make sure that you squeeze out all the water from the idli rava. In case you don't want a grainy kind of idli, then half of the idli rava you can add it along with the urad dal while grinding. Here I've completely squeezed out and added, and this is the kind of consistency I've got. It should not be more liquid than this, and allow it to ferment for 8 hours or overnight. Here my batter has fermented, and to help in the fermentation process you can add in few methi seeds or fenugreek seeds. And once the batter is fermented, here I've taken the idli steamer. To this I'm adding in water, and keep the water to heat. And while it is heating, we will add in salt to the idli batter. I add in salt only after it is fermented, as this works better. So this is the consistency that we get in the morning after fermentation. And I've added 1 heaped teaspoon of salt. You can add salt according to your taste. And after adding salt, I'm mixing the batter, but you need to make sure that you don't vigorously mix it. Gently mix so that the salt is mixed in well. And once it is mixed, you need to add it to the idli molds. Add in about 3/4 till it is 3/4 full. You should not add more than that. You can also grease the molds with the oil, as usually that's what people do. I have not done it over here. Once everything is filled, cover it and steam it for 10 to 15 minutes. 10 minutes is quite enough, but I usually prefer 15 minutes. And once it's done, remove it and allow it to cool completely. If you try to remove the idli while it's hot, then it might stick and not come out easily. Once it's cooled, with the help of a spoon, you can scoop it out. You can see the idli is not sticking to my finger. So scoop it out and it will come out easily with the spoon. You can dip your spoon in cold water for each scoop, as that helps in removing the idli out, but here it's coming out fine. Idlis are ready. Enjoy it with the different kinds of chutneys or however you like it.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like.